The nation anticipates President Obama's upcoming State of the Union address, where he will spell out his political agenda for 2014. It is expected that he will address, among other things, immigration reform and income inequality in the chamber of the House of Representatives. Immigration reform legislation has already been passed in the Senate, but has been blocked in the House, which seeks to narrow down the bill. Additionally, some speculate that Obama will take the opportunity to call for a raise in the federal minimum wage. Major news networks will cover the address today and have guests provide commentary. ABC will have White House spokesman Jay Carney give a preview of the speech. Fox News will have Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell talk about the GOP's hopes of gaining a Senate majority in the fall elections. And CBS will have former Olympic skater Brian Boitano to tell those concerned with the security at the Sochi Olympics what he would do. Senator John McCain was censured by the Arizona Republican Party, claiming that his voting record is insufficiently conservative. The resolution was passed by a voice vote at a meeting of the party state committee after receiving signatures from at least 20% of committee members so it could reach the floor for debate. The specific grievances listed by the resolution are that McCain presents himself as a conservative but often supports issues associated with liberal Democrats, such as immigration reform and funding the Affordable Care Act. McCain did not comment on his censuring, but former Senator John Kill offered his opinion, dismissing it as wacky. I've gone to a dozen of these meetings, and every now and then some wacky resolution gets passed. But most people realize it does not represent the majority of the vast numbers of Republicans, who simply believe that dinosaur bones were put there by Satan to make God look bad. Protests continue to engulf Ukraine, as discontent with President Viktor Yanukovych boils in spite of concessions offered by him. One of the protesters, 25-year-old Michael Zizhnevsky, was mourned by dozens of his compatriots at St. Michael's Cathedral for the Orthodox after being killed by gunfire, although security forces denied they were responsible for the death. Meanwhile, others continue to occupy government offices across the country as a means of voicing disapproval of governors picked by Yanukovych. Hoping for a peaceful resolution of the crisis, Yanukovych offered to form a coalition government with opposition leaders, but the protesters rejected this offer in favor of him giving in to other demands as well, such as moving the presidential elections scheduled for 2015 to this year, and finally producing his birth certificate so that proves that he was not born in Kenya. The Avengers star Scarlett Johansson responded to heated criticism about her endorsement for SodaStream on Friday. SodaStream is an Israeli company that maintains a factory in the West Bank, a territory claimed by Palestinians but currently occupied by Israel. Johansson's involvement with the company has attracted the ire of pro-Palestinian activists who viewed the occupation as illegal. Unexpectedly, a humanitarian group that Johansson served as ambassador for since 2005, Oxfam International, spoke out against her decision to represent SodaStream, arguing that Israeli settlements like the one in the West Bank they deny Palestinian rights. This is the first time a starlet has attracted such vociferous criticism from human rights groups since Daryl Hannah agreed to cut the ribbon at Disneyland Pretoria, located in apartheid-era South Africa. Thousands tuned in for the Grammy Awards tonight, which celebrated music's most talented performers. The guests, including Katy Perry, John Legend, and Keith Urban, were given the red carpet treatment before the ceremony started at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Among the winners were French electronic duo Daft Punk for Best Duo or Group Pop Performance, and hip-hop duo Macklemore and Ryan Lewis for Best New Artist. Others performed songs for the ceremony, such as Drunk in Love by Beyoncé, All Too Well by Taylor Swift, and Robin Thicke, who covered Sublime's Date Rape and The Who's Fiddle About. UCLA beat Stanford 91-74 in a basketball match on Thursday. This was especially eventful for the Bruins as they had lost to Utah the previous Saturday, indicating that things were looking up for them. Really proud of the basketball team, said Coach Steve Alford. I think that's one of the hardest things to do in sports, when you get knocked down or lose, to get that winning feeling again, he added before belting out the chorus from Chumbawamba's anthemic tub thumping. And before we go, Speaker of the House John Boehner's name is pronounced Boner. I'm sorry, that's not news. That's a reminder.